everybody, and welcome to Geek Freaks. Today, I am talking with Jonathan.
Hey, yo.
And Squeaks. And I am Frank, and we're trying some video stuff out. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, we have this cool video up, and it worked. And if it's just our logo, then we need new cameras. Head over to our Patreon.
Right.
And so, by the way, I need you guys to check out. We have the new shirt ready to be put out of me.
Nice.
I need you guys to see, because I got the picture and I'm like, yeah, this looks really good, but I think too good.
It's a young Tony Stark. I'm excited.
Too good.
It really does, and I'm like, I don't think so.
You don't want to put the others to shame.
I want to see what you guys think, because you guys can be non-biased and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, you need a little more double chin or something like that. You know, the truth of it, and then we could be honest about things. Because to me, he looks too damn sexy. I don't want to sell out of shirts.
I like it.
So we'll confirm by that. Once that's done, then we're going to start our T-shirt Cannon Club on Patreon, where we're giving away a shirt for a donation, something like that.
Nice.
Basically, it's the same thing through Redbubble, but you're on our Patreon, where we put out articles and crap like that. Okay. We're going to start things off with reading some reviews. We've gotten a lot of really good reviews lately. We love our fans and stuff like that. So we'll dig into those. We're going to go over 5 of them. But before we get into that, what are you guys playing? Squeaks.
Oh, I just beat Bioshock 1 Remastered.
Oh,
Finally beat it.
Such a good game.
Really?
So I think I'm going to go to Nier Automata and then go back to Bioshock 2.
Okay.
And Bioshock 2?
Play
Did y'all
all.
play that one?
Yeah, that was.
I don't remember. That's the one I don't remember the most. So I was like, maybe
Do
I
you
didn't
remember the
beat
little?
this one.
Was it Big Sisters?
The Big Sister, yeah.
So
No,
the
I
Big
don't.
Daddy is the big mech suit robot. The Big Sister is like it's like in the what's that? I can't explain it.
It's a
Left
modified.
4 Dead. Do you remember Left 4 Dead? How you would walk up on the
Love that game.
I can't remember, they were banshees or something like that.
Yeah.
Banshees, yeah.
Oh, God,
and they would
that's right.
scream and like race at you. Well, they're like that kind of like a.
Man, I'm starting to really think maybe I didn't play number 2
scary-
then.
You probably did.
I remember
Yeah,
I was so excited for number 2. I went out and bought the game, but I was like deathly ill.
Yeah.
And so I laid in bed and Jonathan played it for me so I could just watch the story happen. So I'm sitting there like zoning in and out. I remember very well. I'd end up drifting off to sleep, wake up, he's fighting a Big Daddy, and I'm like trying to pay attention. And then you go out, and then you made sure I was awake to see the finale. It was, oh man, what a great game. Number 1 to me is the best. Number 3, well,
really good too.
Really?
Bioshock
Yeah,
Infinite to me is amazing.
yeah.
Now you played Bioshock Infinite.
Oh, man, that was my favorite one.
Right.
Yeah, that game.
Just
is so
that
good.
ending, too, gets me too. Where,
Why is there not more Bioshocks? We get a shit ton of Assassin's Creed. Let's get some
Yeah.
Bioshocks out there.
Yeah.
What's up with 2K, though?
What do you
Because
mean?
they made it. What have they been doing?
No, I don't know. Probably, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Now that it's infinite,
I guess Borderlands 3.
make an online Bioshock where you can build your own.
What a
it is,
waste.
Whatever they're on.
I mean, I'd much rather have a Bioshock than a Borderlands.
Is that new one horrible? Or what's the reviews
I just don't know. I'd rather have a Bioshock than a Borderlands.
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad.
I saw the trailer and I was like, this looks like the same as every other one. So
yeah, I
don't
think they
care.
didn't really upgrade the graphics
Yeah.
much. What have you been playing?
Just Skyrim.
Skyrim.
I'm still slowly going through it.
By the way, I need that video again because my computer pooped on me,
Dang. Okay.
and with that, your video. So
I need to make more anyways. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome game. I don't play it very often because I'm.
I want to get like a huge set of your videos and then create a bunch of small videos out of them
Yeah.
because I know it'll be, we'll go like.
Lately, what I've been doing is trying to binge Discovery.
Yes.
But it's just I'm so slow.
Oh,
But I just barely finished the first season this morning. But it's such a freaking good. It's a roller coaster.
Season 2
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
perfection.
I gotta dive into it.
I wanted us to talk about the Star Trek convention, but not a lot of like actual news came out of it.
Yeah.
But they had one panel that was the new Captain Pike you're going to be introduced to in a bit once you start watching season 2,
Yeah.
and Captain Luca or whatever from season 1, the one that
Yeah.
no, spoiler alert, but he was the main captain in the beginning.
Yeah.
Man, that shit's so good though.
they're gonna have him as what do you?
No, they just had a panel with those two together.
Oh,
Lorca.
okay.
Lorca, thank you.
That's what it is. I was sitting there thinking, like, that doesn't sound right. But yeah.
There's a spin-off coming up. So we have Lower Decks. There's a cartoon spin-off coming up. The one of the many spin-offs they have coming up, everybody wants the Pike one, but they don't have that yet, is there is going to be a spin-off with the Empress
Oh, yeah.
from the Mirror Universe.
From the Terran.
Are you serious, dude?
I just don't. I don't like her as an actress. I don't.
Oh
I
my
like her
God.
in Crazy Rich Asians.
I love her as an actress. I love her as a captain. I love her.
Really?
No, she's one of my favorite characters.
Man.
Anytime they bring her in, I'm like,
what the
yes.
heck?
So
Oh,
would the
man, I
spin-off
don't
take
like
place
her.
in the Terran Empire?
no, it would be her. Watch season 2.
Okay,
I don't want to
'cause-
spoil anything what she's doing in season 2.
Is she a lot? Is she in season 2 quite a bit?
Oh, I thought you watched season 2 already.
I'm on like episode 5, I think. On episode 5.
Yeah, she's pretty big in season 2.
God damn, I hope she dies. she doesn't die.
Oh, it's kind of perfect though what they do with her.
Yeah,
that's what I
The
assumed
end of
is they
Discovery
should be.
season 2 opens up like another 10 seasons of Discovery. It changes everything. It really lays things down well. So yeah, do that.
Nice.
I've been doing the freebie games. So we should mention that we have a couple of YouTube videos that we've been working on. We have freebie games every week. We release a video about free games that are coming from Epic. We're gonna start peppering in some Steam games as well. And we started this week our first Retro Rewind, where Squeaks and I will be playing classic games, going back and forth.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is like challenge each other to a game. So I'm like, I'll just say for an example, like you have to play Street Fighter 2 for the SNES, and then like you play it and record a video of you trying it out, and then vice versa. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that later on.
Okay.
But anyways, I did Simpsons arcade game, which freaking classic. Yeah.
Dang.
All right, that's what we've been playing. Let's go ahead and get into these awesome reviews. Okay, first up from Derelict 88 for the Freaks. Geek Freaks blends news and information, wrap up with nerdy pop culture. It excels over other shows with the host being knowledgeable, engaging, and easy to listen to.
Nice.
Which I want to say, she's probably talking about me. Okay, next is from KT and Odie. Are you not entertained? Well, my reading is excellent, right? If you're looking for a podcast that provide a weekly entertainment roundup with a geeky twist, look no further, dear reader. I particularly enjoy their SDCC San Diego Comic Con wrap up.
Yeah.
That was a good episode we did. Except for we kept hitting the table. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
No, I didn't.
I did when I was editing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Boy, tell you what's really doing well is our Area 51 episode.
Yeah.
That got like triple
shoot.
the numbers of everything else we've done.
Wow.
Dang.
So we might.
It's a hot topic.
I mean, so
Might be
who's
doing
gonna,
more of those
who's
kind of
gonna be our mole in the breach then?
Who's gonna be running? Oh,
You gonna get in there?
No, just get Daniel in there.
Oh my god, Daniel be there and be like, I
I'm
don't
on the
know,
scene
guys.
right now, guys.
I don't want to like hurt anybody. Can we just watch Naruto?
Yeah.
I'm gonna Naruto walk. Is that okay?
He would just be like,
No, I think if everybody's talking about the Naruto run,
Yeah.
he's gonna be super stoked. He'll have his little
Bandana.
I could see him
bandana,
do
whatever
that,
it is.
but actually going up against the Air Force, I think he'd be afraid to do that.
Yeah.
He would much more like bring them Subway or something like that. He wouldn't want to actually fight anybody. By ODPH 607, check it out. Great content for the geek fans. The hosts keep you entertained. Hosts plural keep you entertained from start to finish. Hit download already. And then another one from Lawrence Watson 23. Actually, we do know Lawrence Watson from 23. Yeah, he does the Unpaid Programming podcast. Check that out, guys. Great stuff. I enjoyed listening to the show. Next up from Zredrome. Boy, that's a cool name. Loving the vibe. I keep finding myself nodding along. You guys are great. So thank you guys so much for the reviews. Hit us up with those 5 stars. We really appreciate it.
Pretty sure we're gonna get a lot more reviews pretty soon talking about how sexy we are once we release these videos.
Oh, God.
That'd be cool.
I'm noticing how much shine I've got on my head. That's not sweat. That's apparently this light that's hating me. So I need a makeup lady. So hit us up on Patreon. Gonna hire me? No.
So I wear a hat to hide my baldness too.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking that when I saw myself. I was like,
So in this episode, we're going to be going over some nerd news like we normally do. We're going to be doing a review for The Boys. We're going to be doing a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark review.
Yes.
Okay. And then we're going to be going a Madden review. We're going to be cutting away for Daniel on that one. And we'll be inserting that with some cool footage of what Madden is like. And then we're going to come back over here for Rocco's Modern Life review with Squeaks and Frank. But let's go ahead and dig into that news real quick. We're talking first off about Podcoin. It's a new app. Have you guys heard about this app?
No.
No. Okay, if you're a podcast addict like myself and you listen to podcasts all day, I do like 4 hours of podcast a day. And what this is, it's a new app that really has helped us out on the podcaster end, where you can listen to a podcast, and for every 10 minutes of podcast you listen to, it gives you 1 point. And then after 3 days of doing this, it'll give you 2 points for every 10 minutes, right? These points, once you get, the numbers are real rough when you think about it, but once you get to a certain point, you can turn the points into Amazon gift cards or donate them to charities, which is what we've been doing. Well, what I've been doing. But yeah, you can, and then on the podcaster end, so when we first say oh yeah, that's my podcast, once we establish it's our podcast, we become featured and then we're worth double points. So then, it drives engagement and stuff like that. You have leaderboards on your donations, on your watching or listening, and how much your podcast is being listened to. It's really cool app. So if you guys are checking out, if you guys are on a third-party platform already, Stitch or something like that, give Podcoin a chance. I've been using them a lot. I'm kind of debating about switching back to, because I've gotten used to the Apple podcast app, So it's hard for me to go to a new one. I'm such a homebody. But this new app is cool. I like how it's giving you a reason to try out new apps, to always kind of, because you always at least want to do your streak, which is just 10 minutes of a podcast each day. And you can follow people on there too. So like I'm following a bunch of our fellow podcasters and just people that I've come across on the app. It's pretty neat. And you can be a little bit more engaging and stuff like that. And you might as well, like, the thing I've been donating to, all my points to, is you buy dog food for homeless dogs or whatever, which is like, dude, that's such a cool thing. Yeah. And they actually show you like 1 point's worth 20 calories of dog food, or for starving children too, which I know I probably should be for the children, but they got a cute dog on there. And then it's like 1 point for a cup of rice. So it's pretty cool. So check that out, guys. Podcoin.
It's kind of neat.
That's cool.
It's been helping us out a lot.
Sounds like a really smart marketing technique.
It's really smart, and people are like, okay, well, where's the money coming into this thing?
I was literally just thinking that. Like, how are they paying for all this?
Normally, they would be paying for ads, right? So instead of paying for ads, they're luring you slightly with the promotional funding.
Once the podcast app gets big, then you can buy for exposure. So when you see there's a podcast out there, so we go to Geek Freaks and we're like, hey, that's our podcast. Then I talk to the guy on the email thing, and then we get a code. By the way, use code Geek Freaks for an extra 350 coins or 150 coins, whatever. I don't remember what it is.
That's good.
But anyways, and then we get 2 weeks of these like double points. So then it's a bigger incentive to listen to us, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
In the future, you can pay to be featured.
Yeah.
And then so like say like $5, whatever. Oh yeah, I want to be featured for the next couple weeks. And then all of a sudden we're on the front of the page and we're a lot more visible.
Yeah.
You could see like if we know, so like for an example, when we go to BlizzCon, that's always our biggest episode of the year, is when we go to BlizzCon and we do the 3-parter. When we do that this year, if this app is up and running and do that part, I'm like, well, it's probably a good idea to feature us because we know this is our best content.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of one of those things. You could actually really kind of take advantage of it to spread your content out there. But yeah, I thought,
Yeah. And if you're going to be listening to a podcast anyways, might as well get a little perk, even like you're saying, just to be able to choose what donation you want to give that little bit to.
I think that's really, there's a ton of different donations you can do. There's a lot of them, environmental and all kinds of stuff out there. It's really cool. I think the actual podcast app itself needs a little bit more work.
Yeah.
But they're still new. So,
That's cool.
But yeah, something to check out there. So, next up, let's talk about the Resident Evil show coming to Netflix. No casting yet, but we have gotten set photos. Have you've seen the set photos?
I just seen the poster. Yeah, I just seen the poster with the front of the door.
Yeah. Well, even off of that, you kind of get the vibe. What do you think of Netflix taking over a Resident Evil show? What do you think that's going to
I think it'll be fun. I think they'll do a good job. Yeah. I think from looking at the first picture, we're going to see probably a retelling of the first game.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of, whatever. I would rather see Adventure out. Oh, I think I'd rather see Adventure out.
Okay.
But not like the movies. The movies,
the first couple movies I really liked. You didn't like those movies?
The first one was fine with me.
The second one.
Which one's the one with the menace? The Nimbus?
Second one.
Is that the second one? That one's alright. That one's alright. Anything after that, I don't care about.
I don't know.
You don't like that one? I think I just like the villain.
I liked it, but I'm not sure if it's number 2.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like number 4 or whatever, where they're
whichever
like,
one. Yeah.
Fighting on
landing plane on the top of the skyscraper and stuff.
Yeah, what was it? I think that was like number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Netflix usually does pretty decent job with their shows. I think it'd be okay. Yeah, I think it's good. But it's too soon to even say all we have is a poster. So, yeah.
The thing I really liked about it was, from the images that we've seen, we have 2 more that are basically shots of the mansion. The dark tone and like that, kind of like an evil version of Adam Family, almost in that sense. I think they're going to be going for a very gothic feel, to where it's very foreboding. The house itself will be part of the villain, so you're actually like... Because that's the thing about the game is the zombies themselves are frightening, but your movement, your limited ammo, your what's around this corner, what's in that is part of the fear. And the movies didn't capture that. The movies just kept throwing zombies at you for the most part.
Yeah.
The first movie was kind of cool, but I think it went below too fast. I think they weren't in the mansion for hardly any of it. I want more mansion stuff.
Yeah, this one looks like it is just gonna be the full on Resident Evil 1 mansion scene.
It'd be cool if like the final shot of the first season would be like discovery that, oh wait, there's a laboratory over here, or something like that, to show like there is the Raccoon City nest, whatever that's called. I don't know.
The acorn.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right, so that's been pretty cool. All right, starting November 12th, you'll be able to combine Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN for like, I think it was like $12.
Yeah, what an insane deal! How is this happening? Like, I don't.
They got competition. They're all getting wise. Like, if we don't band together and that provides something, I mean, Disney, I'm sure, is heading this too.
Well, Disney owns the other two.
Oh, okay.
They own Hulu. Well, yeah, because Hulu was created with ABC, which is Disney, NBC, which was Universal Studios, and Fox coming together to create their own streaming service to be able to put their regularly. Well, now they bought Fox, so they own 2/3 of it. So now Universal made a deal to where you guys can get the rest of Hulu then.
Okay. And then you have ESPN Plus, which Disney. So it's Disney, Hulu, which is owned by Disney, right?
And ESPN's owned by Disney.
So what's the other one?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Well, yeah, it's all Disney. Yeah. Okay.
So the only deal they needed to make was with Universal.
That was so they've had Hulu, now they have Hulu.
Okay.
So now this will be one cool package to have everything. I wish there was a way to do it with Spotify too, because Spotify and Hulu have been together. So I'm sure there will be a moment where you can do that.
Yeah.
My big thing is I want Hulu to be ad free. We'll have to see, because right now I have that Spotify plan.
Oh, you think they're only giving us the price of it with ads? Because I pay for ad free and it's $11.99.
It's so worth it too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So I bet it'll be like $12 with ads, maybe 15 without.
Man, that's just a crazy deal. Yeah, hell yeah.
This will hurt Netflix more than anything so far.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Netflix is already under attack, so
yeah, they are.
We had a good talk about that last week.
Yeah.
So, Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. Do you have ESPN Plus at all?
I do.
Does it air live games?
It does. So it'll air live games, and they'll air games that you won't normally see. So some soccer games that are even in the local area. So we'll get like the Sacramento Republic, which I don't care too much about those, but you do get some UFC fights, some MLS games, which I don't watch too much of the US soccer. But it does come in handy. So sometimes I'll watch my English team play here and there on ESPN Plus. But it's only $4.99, I think, is what I'm paying for it. So it's really not a big deal to like. Oh, if I get a couple games a month, then it's worth it for me.
Sports wise,
Yankees too. Yeah.
I really only watch football, right? But I want to get into hockey and I want to get into soccer. I watch soccer once it's World Cup or Olympics, but I want to get into it, like get a good team. Kind of I don't know. Manchester United's the only one I kind of pay attention to a little bit.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Or Real Madrid, right? Yeah. So like the Yankees and the Cowboys, the two biggest teams you could think of, right? So if I had access to a streaming service that gave those, I would totally be picking a team and sticking with them.
I'll say the English Premier League, which is one of the obviously bigger leagues and more competitive, is usually always on TV.
Oh, is it? Okay.
If I had to watch my team play on ESPN Plus, it's usually in like a different tournament that they're in. So you get those type of games too.
I see.
So for $4.99, I think it's well worth it, because sometimes so for as much as Yankees is on TV, it's sometimes on ESPN Plus. So it's like vice versa. I got rid of my cable, so I feel like I'm not missing much on TV because I'll get it eventually somewhere on ESPN Plus. So
there was the women's soccer. I got rid of cable and all that too, and so I actually watched a guy on Twitch narrating what was going on in the game. It was very good, actually. He did a very good job. But that's the world you live in sometimes when you don't have cable box. Sometimes you just got to go with a dude explaining it on
classic radio.
Yeah. It did a great job. I was playing video games and listening to him, and the guy was very insightful. He's whatever, young kid, but did a good job.
As long as it comes in pretty good, that's all you need.
Yeah, it was good. He even had like the screen where it showed just the part of the screen that showed the score. So he did a good job.
You guys should do that for some of your favorite streamers during E3 and stuff like that. Yeah, like when they're doing playing big games, WoW or League of Legends or something like that. Just sit there instead of airing the actual game, be the narrator and saying, "Oh, he just cast this and that."
Definitely actually do that during BlizzCon, because it's all tournaments all day long.
There you go.
See Overwatch.
Good idea.
John's on top of his game over here.
I don't know nothing about video games that much, but business, I'll make us some money.
Boom. All right. Next up, Andy Serkis. He's gonna be directing Venom 2.
Oh man, I have some hope in it now.
Venom 2.
Oh really?
Yeah. So you guys may know Andy Serkis from Golem, and he's the bad guy in Black Panther and stuff like that. Caesar,
cool.
and Planet of the Apes. So what do you guys think this means for Venom 2? Is it a good sign? What is he going to bring to the table that maybe it hasn't been brought before?
Definitely a better sign than what it was with Venom 1. Yeah. So it's already better just by hearing his name part of it now. So I know Marvel is working with Venom on, feels like he's anti-hero, but he's still like, oh, he's really good, and deep down inside, like, no, I want to see him tear some shit up as a villain. Yeah. So hopefully they go that route. It'd be nice, but we'll see. I don't know.
I like a more grounded version of Venom, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then, just straight up Venom. Like, why are we pussyfooting around?
Yeah.
But I think that's always been kind of Venom's character, too, that he isn't necessarily intentionally bad. it's just in his nature to be bad. So he doesn't. He's kind of a victim of who he is. He can't control himself, but it's his nature.
Yeah. I want to see him kill Spider-Man.
Yeah, at least try to. And then we're so far away from it, but this whole like symbiote planet thing. Have you been reading about that in the comics?
The Venom comics, or I saw that he had a couple issues.
Yeah, where there was like this. Oh God, I'm gonna sound like an idiot because I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, there's the sword that this one like symbiote god had. That it's like the Godbreaker sword and shit. It's such a crazy story. It makes a symbiote like insanely cooler. I'll have to go over and get back to it.
So you actually enjoy it though?
Yeah, I just got tidbits and I was just like, this changes the game. Like, this is everything. Venom just got way cooler. All the little offspring, because I don't care for the offspring except for Carnage. But now all of those are way cooler. Everything was cooler because of this. Because they were like ancient beings and all kinds of shit from a planet, and like they were working together to imprison their god and stuff. It's this whole crazy thing.
Oh, wow.
Gave their species depth to actually care about
it. Way more. And like you could see like where the hatred of their sound is from when he was forging the sword and was why they hate sound. It was like this whole thing. It's like really cool. Yeah.
Hopefully they don't kill it like you're saying, given death, like Aliens, the Prometheus 2. What was that number 2?
Prometheus, just Prometheus.
Yeah, but what was the second one after that?
I don't know. Aliens.
Yeah, but there was another one after Prometheus.
Oh, I don't
that was in
one.
that kind of world still.
Oh, okay.
So they went back and you saw like all the alien human race with the alien attacking. Okay.
No, I'm
sorry. Stupid right now. I forgot which one that was called. But it's the one right after Prometheus.
Like that?
No, I think so.
Okay.
But anyway,
I've heard that there's a video game that's called something like that too. We're pros, guys.
But I didn't like the backstory on the aliens with the other people living on the planet. I thought that was dumb.
Okay, yeah.
So hopefully it's not.
I like the Alien versus Predator story where they just like use them to hunt and they just throw them on a planet and like, oh yeah, populate so we can attack you guys.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
I'm down to see those two fight.
Like
so.
Those are always Next up, Home Alone, Cheaper by the Dozen, Night at the Museum, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid are all getting reboots.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't care about Diary.
It'll be on Disney Plus. This is part of the whole getting Fox's IPs and stuff like that. Now they fully own a lot of these. There will be no theatrical releases. They're gonna go straight to Disney Plus.
Which one was Cheaper by the Dozen? I can't.
That's
remember
the newest version's the one with like Steve Martin. Remember, like, oh, you have 7 kids and I have, let's do the math on this, 5 kids. We get married and boom, 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 boom. Now we have a whole family.
Who has 7 kids?
Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, I think Ashton Kutcher was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
You must live in a town with no fire station.
Yeah.
Drop them off. No, I'm just kidding. That's messed up. Don't drop your kids off at the fire station. I'm just saying 7
Day
kids.
before that 15th birthday, like, let's go for a ride.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so what do you think about these getting rebooted?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, reboots have been hot so far. I haven't seen too many that were bad. So, and it's just gonna go straight to Disney Plus and not be on, in theaters. So, I like when Disney used to really knock out those made-for-TV movies like Luck of the Irish and Brink and stuff like that. Those were classics. So
Johnny Tsunami, remember?
Yeah,
we look forward to like was it Friday night when they released or Friday they released?
Something like that. Yeah.
I remember some, but I always remember looking forward to the new movie that'd be coming out that week.
It, in Wraps or Wrap Up, the one of the Mummy or something like that. The guy that plays
Under
Patrick
Wraps.
SpongeBob.
Under Wraps.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it.
So many of them. They're good. They're just like cheap, quick, stamp out, but kids loved them.
Xenon, the what was that?
Warrior?
Space? No,
Yeah.
no, that was Xenon.
Girl from the 21st Century.
That one.
Yeah.
Anyways, God.
Yeah, Xenon, I think.
So I wonder if that's what the whole these things are going to be fitting, and they're like going to be less expensive movies.
It sounds like it. I mean, why would they go directly? Not be in theaters.
Yeah.
If they can make money in theaters, they would, but they already have plenty of content filling those spots.
Yeah, and Disney Plus. I mean, they got Mandalorian, and we got a lot of content going to Disney Plus. It's gonna be great. All MCU stuff. So Diary of the Wimpy Kid seems like I haven't watched it. Brody, the nephew, reads those books. It seems like it's pretty new to be rebooted already. That just came out like 4 or 5 years.
Because they had a couple of movies too.
Yeah, there's like 4 movies out for that.
Wow.
But it's under new owners, so they're probably like, hey, that's a cool story, cool script. Your movie was junk, but we're gonna redo it and make it worth money. Wow. That's probably their perspective as Disney. I mean, they just bought the story. They don't care what was released about it before.
I can see Cheaper by the Dozen being done. Home Alone, I almost wish they would do like a sequel to it instead.
Yeah.
Right? But because a sequel won't be as good. If you just start over and say, hey, we're not trying to attach to this, we're just going to start over. I think it can be better because it's a whole new generation now that you're airing it for.
Speaking of being a whole new generation, what if Macaulay Culkin's the dad?
He's nice and all, but let's keep him off TV.
Dude, I just watched him on Good Mythical Morning, and it was like, this is awkward. That guy is strung right the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's a trip. And then, like, did you see his post after this got announced? The Home Alone? You guys got to see on Twitter. He posted it's like something like the real life. What it'd be like if it was, whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, and it's him with like in his underwear and a shirt that's not cold, and like he's just on a laptop, like zoned out.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is really what it'd be like if he was home alone and whatever. The guy, he's trying to start his own internet company that like his own website that does like funny articles and stuff like that, like a College Humor or Crack.com.
No.
Yeah. He's trying to start one of those. Bunny Ears is what it's called. I just don't trust him to make good stuff.
Yeah.
He's hiring a lot of good writers.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're all being headed by Macaulay Culkin though at some point, which he's trying to call himself Mac now.
Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, if you want any money, just stick with the name Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. Just call yourself Home Alone. I mean,
yeah.
Cut to the chase.
The one that I'm upset about them rebooting is Night at the Museum. Because I love those movies.
Yeah, that's weird that they're doing that.
They were okay. I mean, I wasn't in love with them. I think it'd be interesting to see it done again.
Yeah, Robin Williams, I can see.
Easy way to redo it. Imagine, very similar characters too. Imagine if Jack Black was the guy in the museum.
I love Jack Black.
It'd be hilarious. Yeah. And be those guys just side by side, him and Ben Stiller, but they're very similar, comedy style.
Who in history could Jack Black... Do you want him to be the guard, or do you want him to be like somebody in history?
No, he'd be the guard.
Yes,
he'd be the main character. Yeah.
Dude.
So who would play Robin Williams? And
yeah,
that's.
Right,
so what about this though? Why don't they do a different museum? Like, does it have to be the all with?
No, because they've done that. They've done that within the trilogy. It's moved to like the London Museum and stuff like that. So they've had that where it travels along. So they could just have it move to a whole new place.
Because then
those tablets.
The tablet of Raj or whatever the heck. Those are good. I like those movies. I know they're family movies or whatever. And you got to be edgelord and stuff, but man, it's so good.
Funny.
Now I want to. Jack Black's YouTube channel is like my new favorite YouTube channel.
Yeah, watch a couple episodes.
Oh man, it's just funny watching. It's just neat to watch because right now they're on tour with Tenacious D, and so it's just neat to see like behind the scenes and stuff like that. And
he's just a funny guy.
He always has to drop a deuce before he goes out and performs. And like this last episode, twice he's like, "I need to find a place." And they said you can't take a dump in here, so they got him a porta potty and stuff like that. And then he's like, "Yeah, I got a ton." So anyway, it's just wonderful to watch that. You guys check it out. Okay. Next up, Death Stranding. Squeaks, I'm looking to you on this one. Death Stranding is not going to be a PS4 exclusive.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's new to me. Dang.
Now, not Xbox, but it will be coming to PC.
So it's just PS4, PC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But to me, like, that's like, yeah, okay, then I'll play it. I was going to play it with PS4. Yeah. Damn. And a lot of PCs are way stronger than PS4s are right now. So.
Yes. I wonder if that's why they're doing it, just for the looks of it. Because when you look at it, you're like, damn, this is beautiful. What does it take to run this thing?
Yeah, which means it'll definitely be on the PS5 then if they're able to upgrade the looks for.
Oh, man. Because I was just talking to someone about a PS5 because we were thinking Last of Us 2 will probably be pushed back until a PS5.
It'll
maybe one of their flagships.
Like they did that with Grand Theft Auto. It straddled both.
Yeah. Dang, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, to me, that takes a lot of the sting off of it. That was like a big selling point to PlayStation was its Death Stranding, the hype behind it and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then for it to be now available on PC.
That's a lot of sales loss just for the PS4. That's huge. Dang.
That's huge.
Because that's going to be one of their big games, especially if they make it with Kojima. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to do all his games on PS4. Well, apparently not. Now it's on PC. So I think it's a lot of money not for Sony now. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think it's going to open it up even more so to DLCs because I think PC is open to more DLCs than console gamers are. Personally, I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you see there's coming a lot of DLCs this thing
for this game? I don't know. Could Kojima, has he done a lot of DLCs?
Not yet, but everybody's.
I don't think of it, but yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, money.
Nowadays it's all about DLC.
Dang, I don't know. I don't. I'm gonna stay with the DLC still.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to make that much for him. I think we'll just get the game, and that's what it is.
Okay.
Kind of crazy to say that nowadays.
It is kind of crazy. That was big news when Star Wars announced that they were going to do that. Yeah. And so it is kind of crazy to say that, but I mean,
I think he wants everyone to experience the same story. So it's like if you sell these DLCs, then some people might not experience that than the others.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'll have to see. All right. Last piece. Yeah. Last piece. David Benioff and Dan Weiss, these are Dan and Dave that did Game of Thrones. They just signed a multi-year film and TV contract with Netflix. Netflix was bidding on them with Disney and Amazon both wanted to try to get these guys. It's going to cost $200 million. Netflix is going to have them just start pumping stuff out.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Damn, $200 million.
Just to keep them on retainer, like, hey, whatever we want you guys to work on.
They're just going to start making movies and TV shows. God. We haven't seen them make a movie yet.
Yeah.
But they could make TV shows. Is there anything off the top of your head, fiction-wise, that you'd want to see made into something for Netflix with these two guys at the helm? I'm going to say...
go ahead.
Saga.
Yeah? That'd be
awesome.
awesome.
Like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'm thinking this would probably cause a lot of grief and a lot of people would hate it, but some people would totally love it. Redo Harry Potter.
Wow, yeah, a lot more people hating that.
I'm keeping it cool right now.
Just start over. Just throw that shit away.
I would like to see a different story, though, because I hate this Fantastic Beast one.
I haven't seen any of them yet.
God,
just
man,
don't
you're not
attract
missing
me.
out. No, man, I hate them. And I buy them because I buy all the Harry Potter movies, but I'm like, fuck, why?
It'd be cool to use the same world, but show a more adult story. Like, don't focus on the kids, but
isn't it
that's what Fantastic Beasts is trying to do, but it's not good.
Terrible.
Like,
so
maybe do a dark version of it with like Baltimore's side.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah. That's chances though. People don't like to take chances.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to see.
The most successful do.
Because is it Amazon that's making the Lord of the Rings series right now, and HBO did a fantastic job with Game of Thrones, so Netflix should be trying to bring in something in that realm to compete.
We got Wheel of Time in development right now.
Yeah. Are you scared to see something from them?
I know. I'm a little worried because some of the best episodes were not done by them, but they did bring us the first season. So it's I think they might be a little bit too big for their britches anymore.
I'm thinking, are we going to get the same feel of Game of Thrones? Like, am I going to see a bunch of episodes where they talk and then we have one big one? And I mean, even though I was into it the whole time, but I don't want to.
To me, that's all good stuff
layout.
you're saying right there. Like, I would love to see that with that same production quality.
See, I just don't want to see the same layout.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I know what I'm expecting if they made a Saga and it's pretty much the same layout as Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but when you read Saga, it's that layout. Like, when you read Saga, sometimes it's a thing about how she's trying to be a wrestler and he's trying to be a stay-at-home dad or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the whole time they're being pursued, but nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
Or, like, one of my favorite parts of Saga is the part where they're staying in that one guy's lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just them kind of, like, telling stories, and it's, like, family and stuff like that, and then, boom, the prince is there.
Yeah.
And shit just ramps up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Man,
there's, like, Prison Break and stuff. Like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I guess I just pretty much named the same story. It is kind of like that.
And Game of Thrones, to me, didn't get very, like, rhythmic. It didn't seem to, like... I couldn't predict it very well. Some stuff, you can see like, well, this at some point this has to happen, but it was pretty well. I mean, our audience knows we tried to predict it several times and we were off by a lot every time.
I know one of the biggest predictions we made before, because we did a pregame one. One of our biggest predictions was that Jon would sacrifice himself to like become the new Night King.
Yeah. And
no, Night King was dead. Episode 3. Spoilers, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Oh man, I miss that show.
I guess I just don't want the same feel. That's all.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see them do something totally different.
We'll probably get that same feel out of Lord of the Rings.
No, it's Lord of the Rings though.
I can't wait. Hopefully they go a little bit darker.
Well, whatever.